The referee chose to abandon and postpone a U.S. Open Cup playoff qualifier game in Queens, New York after a player reportedly threatened to stab him. A U.S. Open Cup playoff qualifier game between two New York football teams was postponed after a player was accused of threatening to stab the referee. The game, played between the New York Pancyprian Freedoms and New York Renegades FC in October, was called off just 15 minutes before it was scheduled to end after the player was sent off and walked towards the referee before having words for him. The Freedoms were ahead in the game, winning 3-0 against the Renegades when the latter had a player sent off. Despite the game being called off, the Freedoms were awarded the win and have advanced. While the Renegades have been disqualified from the competition, the game had been held at the Belson Stadium, which is usually used by New York City FC for their reserve teams, with the drama beginning in the 74th minute when Renegades player Jonathan Silvera, before two other players, were quickly yellow-carded as they protested the ongoings. Moments later, with the game paused, Johannes Alexander had looked extremely angry with the referee, before saying something from a distance as he then walked toward him and said something. The referee then brandished a red card to Alexander. However, Alexander refused to leave the field of play as he continued to argue with the referee, and multiple reports have suggested that the player told the referee, "If I see you on the street, I'm going to stab you," after those words were heard. The referee signaled that the game would be over and chose to leave the field of play with his officials. It was initially reported that they would discuss what decision they would make, but instead they quietly left the stadium before reporting the incident to the league.